another episode here on Drive with Jesh. Today we're here at the Circuit of the Americas F1 track with Dr. Farhan Irshad, who signed up for a Chin track day. So we're gonna get some fun laps in the Porsche GT3 RS. We're gonna learn a bit more about his entrepreneurial journey and his passion for cars.
Thank you, Jesh. So excited to be here with you and your team. So this is my 2019 Porsche GT3 RS with a 4-liter naturally aspirated motor, 9,000 RPM Redline, which I love and just sings beautifully. I got this car mainly because I live in Austin and we have Circuit of the Americas right here at our disposal. I've been tracking all over the country, Road Atlanta, Barber, VIR, Laguna Seca, and this is of course one of my favorite tracks. So grateful for that and this car to really exploit its capability.
Oh yeah.
It's lizard green from the factory here. I've added a few things to make it more track prepped. Custom suspension that's actually a couple of inches lower, custom alignment and corner balance.
Tell me about the exhaust. I heard that thing, it sounds amazing.
This is straight piped. It's a Sharkworks track exhaust.
Okay.
So all 3 of the mufflers have been deleted. There's 2 on the side, there's 1 in the center. And not only does that sound great, but it leads to a lot of weight savings.
And I'm sure your neighbors love that too, right? Very nice. What about the interior? Anything you spec'd out there on the inside?
Definitely wanted to spec it with the factory buckets that are from the 918 Spider.
Yep. All right. Now that we know more about the GT3 RS, we're going to hop into Farhan's car. We're going to take a little drive and learn a bit more about his entrepreneurial journey. Let's do it. Let's take it all the way back. Tell me about how your love of cars began.
Oh man, we gotta go way back for that. I still remember I was in 3rd grade, I was 8 years old, and we lived in a tiny apartment complex. It was actually called Walker Springs in Knoxville, Tennessee. I had a little blue skateboard with these yellow wheels, and I would skateboard around these hills with my friends. And there was a guy that lived up the hill who had a beautiful Guards Red 944 Porsche, 944 Turbo.
Guards Red.
That just looked pristine.
Nice.
And I would just stare at it, I would skateboard around it. And sometimes he would see me and he would say, hey, come on in, why don't you sit inside? Let's get a picture of you. And I think from that moment, I was just in love with beautiful cars and technology. And it just, kind of kept going from there.
Tell me about how you started the entrepreneurial journey and how you kind of ended up running your own practice that you're doing today.
I guess my journey really began in college where I wasn't set on medical school, wasn't perfectly sure what I wanted to do. So I double majored in both biology and finance. I was fortunate enough to get into medical school, but not 100% sure about the timing. So actually accepted a consulting position with a healthcare firm and started doing that for several months, but realized I didn't love, the corporate world and having to work with clients and finance and a lot of traveling that was involved. So decided not to defer my admission to medical school and enroll immediately. So I was able to resign from that position, start 2 weeks later into med school. And I think that was important for me personally because it really motivated me to survive medical school, which is very challenging.
Sure.
But I knew that I tried something else and I didn't love it. And I really wanted to work with people, to be, not behind a computer screen necessarily, but actually be in front of patients and people and trying to make a difference. So that's how I, turned my attention to medical school. As I navigated that, I ended up getting LASIK halfway through medical school, seeing what a difference it made in my own eyes. Did a mission trip to Mexico with the World Cataract Foundation and was actually able to change, the vision of many people. And what was amazing about that is when you're able to help someone that's legally blind from cataracts, you're not only able to make them more independent, but also their family members, their children. Some of these folks may be keeping their kids home from school because they can't see to cook or clean or get by, and they're relying on their family members for all kinds of support. And if you're able to do a routine cataract surgery and get them back their vision, you're getting them back their freedom.
Yeah.
And they're able to, do a lot of aspects of daily life they weren't able to do otherwise, and they didn't have access to healthcare. So that, mission trip with the World Cataract Foundation had a profound impact on what I wanted to do for my career. Ventured into private practice by joining someone's private practice, a mentor of mine, and really enjoyed that experience and how that was different than, working for a hospital or a major corporation or being on faculty. Again, values like efficiency and customization for different people's vision, and enjoyed that so much that I knew I wanted my own practice, that I could work for myself and not for someone else.
In the time that I've known you, we've gone to car meetups, we've hit different racetracks, but also I've noticed, you're very present with your family too. So running your own business, being present as, a father and a husband, and still being able to hit the racetrack and do, enjoy your hobbies. What advice do you have to people in terms of how to manage your time effectively? I mean, you're juggling so many things.
So I think, what's made that possible for me would have to be my wife. I would have to give her credit, because she kind of holds it all together behind the scenes. She is our glue to enable me to work the hours that I do.
What's your wife's name?
Her name's Farhan.
Farhan, shout out to you, Farhan.
That's right. Got to give Farhan all this credit because she's the reason I'm with you right now in the car, But she's able to help, balance out a lot of the kids' activities and things at home so I can focus on my job. And when I'm not as busy with my job, I can then focus on the kids. We do a pretty good job of trying to divide and conquer. I know what things I can take care of after I get off work, and she can help me out during the day, for example. And I think balance is really important as well. I can't, spend every weekend at the track, certainly, or going to a car meet. So I try to do it once a month if I can and carve out that time because it's important for my well-being, and certainly it's something that excites me. And I'm lucky enough that I can share my passion with my kids. They're into F1 and racing on the sim. So a lot of times they want to join me at the track or, going to the arcade or driving go-karts together. Yeah. And it's something that we can still bond together over and share time together since we have this in common now. But I think, balance is so key to decide, okay, well, this is, when I'm going to be at work, and this is when I'm going to tune out. This is time I'm spending with my kids, and this is time that is for myself at the track. This weekend's a great example. Yesterday was all about my kids because I knew how busy I would be today. Yeah. So I had a great day with my kids all of yesterday. We did a few birthday parties and some activities, and today I was able to, carve out some time for myself. And I can't wait to see my kids for dinner and kind of, go over how much fun I had at the track and share it with them.
I love it. Balance. Balance is key. Thanks for watching another episode here on Drive with Jesh. We hope to catch you on the next one.